What if I told you that you could make Nova Warp good in PvE? So good that you can turn yourself into an almost unkillable ad clearing machine. Check this out. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am going to be basically making Nova Warp actually usable in PvE. You probably saw the title and the thumbnail of this video and thought Nova Warp in PvE, why? Well, Nova Warp in PvP is actually pretty good, but in PvE, it doesn't really have a place. I mean, the neutral game is very, 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 very good, which is what we're going to be utilizing in this build. But as a whole, including the super, it's pretty lame compared to top tree, and even Devour in bottom tree. But we're going to be using mostly these two to really give us the edge with our abilities, and then we're going to be saving the super because we are using Mantle of Battle Harmony, and basically making our weapons really strong because of that. Because the super's okay, but it doesn't last very long and it's very weak. So you're better off just saving it and abusing the insane neutral game that Nova Warp has in PvE, and that's what we're going to be doing. So obviously for this we are using Void, so you want to use Void weapons. You can see I'm using Deafening Whisper and Fatebringer. I am using Osmosis, so that makes it Void, and that makes it so that I can use Absorption Cells with it. Basically, making it a better Rampage and Firefly Fatebringer, with Outlaw built into that too. So it's insane. Osmosis is insane on Fatebringer, and it's super good for ad clear, and that's what we're going to be doing. So to start off, mods, just to get into the easy stuff, we of course have Elemental Armaments and Font of Might. Basically what this means is that when I get kills with a weapon that matches my subclass, it'll drop a well, and then when I pick up the well, the weapons that match the subclass's element, which in this case is Fatebringer and Deafening Whisper, will get a damage bonus. So that makes these weapons even stronger on top of having Absorption Cells, which is great. Then as a little bonus I have Well of Tenacity, which only works on Void Elemental Wells. Since we're going to be making a lot of those super easily, we'll get this every time. And basically what this does is for 10 seconds you get a damage reduction. It's basically Protective Light, except you don't need 5 stacks for it to last as long as this. And you also don't have to be super damaged for it to proc. You can proc this at any time you pick up a well, and it lasts for 10 seconds every time, and the timer will reset every time you step into a well. It's super good, and it doesn't take away any stats, so that's great. And then because I have an extra mod slot here, I put in Elemental Ordnance, which is actually really, really good, because we are going to be abusing Handheld Supernova. And that does count as a grenade, so it will spawn elemental wells, and it spawns them extremely frequently too. And then I have Impulse Recyclers, which you probably will need, because 2 of these, plus Dark Matter, should theoretically give you a nade back in one go, without the use of Controverse, which is super awesome, because we get to abuse Mantle of Battle Harmony with our weapons, and basically have a pseudo Controverse on at the same time, which is just great. Of course I have Breach and Clear here because I have Anarchy, don't need to worry about that. Honestly, if you don't use Breach and Clear, or you plan to use a different heavy, maybe you want to use Deathbringer, which will make use of Absorption Cells as well, when it gets kills. You could use whatever you want in this slot. You could theoretically use more Elemental Well mods of some kind. I don't know what you'd want to use. I don't know how you'd make use of that, but it's up to you. You could use whatever you want here. I'm using Anarchy, so I'm using Breach and Clear. But yeah, that's the mods. Pretty simple. I'm using Ashes to Assets to get my super back faster if I decide to use it, or when I don't have a super at the start of loading into an encounter or whatever, or you know, just whatever it is. If I can't get my super instantly for a banner, this will help me get my super back a little bit faster, so that I can hold on to it to make these weapons better. So, to show the Handheld Supernova thing, just to show you its potency, we got 4 enemies here. I'm probably only going to kill 3 with this. Okay, I killed 2, and I got half a grenade back just for that. And then I picked this up, I've got damage reduction. You can see they don't really do a lot of damage anymore. They do almost nothing when they actually hit me. This guy, he barely even touches me. I just throw a nade at him, he dies. I got half a grenade back for that. And I got a well instantly. It's great. And then we have Fatebringer here, which of course makes use of Absorption Cells. So you see the Firefly, the regular shots, they're doing tons of damage. We've got a ton of enemies here. All I have to do is this. Basically all of them are dead. I got a grenade back for free. I got 2 elemental wells out of that. I can throw another one at this guy. Stick an Anarchy. He's dead. Right? It's great. It's super awesome. Absorption Cells, we work on this as well, obviously, if it's void. Making it even stronger because it has Rampage 3 on top of that. So basically everything that this touches will just die. And it makes elemental wells, of course, so I get damage reduction again. I get damage bonus. It's awesome. It's awesome. The neutral game for Nova Warp is insane. You have almost infinite grenades. You get health. You get melee class energy back. You get it all. Just for free. Just for throwing that little nade, you know? And also, I guess I should mention, with Elemental Well mods, you get ability energy as well for picking up the well. So you're always going to have your abilities. You're always going to have a damage buff for your weapons. There is a cheese as well, where, let's say for example I have Deafening Whisper. I fire it, there's an enemy over there. I'd fire it and instantly switch to Anarchy. The kill from Deafening Whisper would still proc Absorption Cells and give Anarchy a damage bonus as well, which is insane. So you could use Absorption Cells for Anarchy as well as everything I just mentioned, making Nova Warp incredibly useful for PvE. You could do this with any subclass. If you really like Devour, you could use it for Devour. You could use it for Top Tree. It's still going to be very good. It's just Nova Warp's neutral game with Handheld Supernova plus Dark Matter plus Elemental Ordnance and Impulse Recycler just makes Ad Clear free. Then you have a really powerful Super Rampage Firefly Fatebringer. In this case I'm using Deafening Whisper, so I have Rampage 3 plus Rampage Spec to make it last longer, plus Absorption Cells, plus Elemental Well. It's just phenomenal. How are more people not using this? You know, I've made quite a few Mantle of Battle Harmony videos in the past, showcasing some really dumb builds, like super good builds. But this one with Nova Warp is kind of crazy. Because honestly, I could see them reworking Nova Warp and just making it really useful, or buffing it. And this build is just going to get better. You've got incredible ad clear potential. You're basically unkillable, right? Because you have the damage reduction from Well of Tenacity, and you have Dark Matter constantly proccing because you're using Handheld Supernova all the time. It's dumb. So I just wanted to share this little build with you. It's super easy to make. It's super straightforward. It was basically just to show you that Nova Warp is useful in PvE under the right circumstances. And yeah, also don't sleep on Osmosis. It's super strong. Everyone's running Explosive Payload, but Osmosis will outdamage Explosive. It's just, Explosive is just better for general play. If you're going to use Mantle of Battle Harmony, just use Osmosis, because you can really abuse it with multiple Void items, or Arc, or Solar, whatever. Or Stasis. It goes on all four. So, yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys. Let me know what you think. It's very straightforward, very easy to make, and it doesn't take any... Like, there's nothing difficult to obtain here. Everything is from very easy to acquire sources. These Elemental Well mods here are from the Helm, and they're literally on sale every day. A week, I think. I think it's every day, actually. And they're super cheap, and they don't really require much. And then these mods just require you to rank up a few times, which you've probably already done by accident. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the build. If you want to see more builds like this, let me know. I have a whole playlist full of them if you're interested in that sort of thing. But yeah, that's how to make Nova Warp good in PvE. Thanks for watching. Adios.